December, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our December WIG Report. Hard to believe, here we are at the end of the year. So I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'd like to give a special shout out to all our team members that worked the holiday to provide a wonderful Thanksgiving to our residents and members. You know, one thing about the holidays it's always a great time, an opportunity for us to shine and show everyone the difference that living the weather life, being a resident and member in our communities makes in our members' lives. Today's big announcement is that we had a third month in a row of increasing occupancy. It was so close to a fourth, but it was a third. And we are well on our way to finishing 2023 ahead of where we started. So our overall occupancy is now just shy of 85%. You know, we started to make steady progress towards our wildly important goal of 100% occupancy. The other announcement for today is a reminder that we were again certified a great place to work with record participation and our highest satisfaction score since we started participating 4 years ago. In fact, past few years' results, not even factoring in this one, have been so good that Fortune magazine has named us one of the top workplaces in the country because of our outstanding team member satisfaction, and we still have room to improve. So prior to the Thanksgiving holiday, we sent out a great place to work summary video where I went over our company's overall survey results. So again, overall results for the whole company, next steps, and I set some expectations for us and really for you, what you should expect of us, your leaders. If you missed this announcement, you can find the video on our YouTube channel or ask a peer, someone you work with, to forward it to you. You know, we are excited to keep improving. So growing up, my mom would always quote Chuck Swindoll. And the quote was this: life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. You know, said another way, and this is what she actually said, life is 10% circumstance and 90% attitude. In honor of Thanksgiving and the holiday season, I thought I'd focus this month's leadership message on the value of being grateful. You know, this is something that is not easy to consistently do. Life's adverse circumstances, the negative, tend to be way easier to focus on and pay attention to more so than the positive circumstances, which is the majority. And I suspect, you know, that most of you agree with this. You see it in others, see it in yourself. Well, the benefits of doing the opposite and focusing on the positive circumstances by practicing gratitude are seemingly endless. You know, there are a multitude of studies that show actively practicing gratitude leads to positive emotions, better sleep, more compassion and kindness towards others, feeling more alive, and even a stronger immune system. Wow. I mean, the mind is a powerful thing. And so, you know, what does this mean? What does it mean to practice gratitude? And during Thanksgiving, perhaps some of you, probably many of you, maybe you went around the room with your friends, your family, and you said what you were thankful for. Well, if so, then you practice gratitude. You know, how did that make you feel? What happened when you did that? Practicing gratitude is simply purposefully taking time to notice and reflect on the events, things, experiences, and people in your life that you are thankful for. And you know, a simple and somewhat popular way of routinely being the key word there, of routinely doing this, practicing gratitude, is something called gratitude journaling. All it takes is picking a time each day, or maybe once a week, sometime during the week, to write down, say with a family member, a friend, no more than a handful of the events, things, experiences, and people that you are grateful for. And what you write down, you know, doesn't have to be some significant life event. And you can also be grateful for something negative that you were able to avoid or eliminate. Maybe something that you're expecting to not go well didn't, or you did something and changed that. That's something to be grateful for as well. And so what I would just add is that it's important to be specific and to reflect on different things, you know, in your life each time. So each week, reflect on something different. And ultimately, the more specific and detailed the reflection, the more gratefulness is achieved. The positive emotions and even perspective that this exercise creates is what leads to many benefits from practicing gratitude. In fact, there's been enough compelling evidence that this can improve health outcomes that there are now physicians prescribing gratitude journaling for therapy and even as a preventative measure for heart disease. Again, this is very powerful and science is backing this up. So this holiday season, this is a great time for everyone to focus on this. I think it's easier to be grateful and thankful and reflective during this time. So I encourage everyone to give this a try and ultimately, think of that Chuck Swindoll quote, life is 10% circumstance, 90% act. This month's team member benefit I'd like to highlight is brought to you by our members. So unique to our communities, most of our independent living members, as well as some family members, raise a team member appreciation fund every year that they use for giving out an end of year holiday bonus. And, these can be quite substantial, and several of the funds, communities, raise over $100,000 each year. I mean, if you think about that, that is quite generous. And most of our members distribute the funds in the first couple weeks of this month. Now, every community's program is different because it is organized and funded by the members, not the companies. Again, this is a member appreciation fund, team member benefit brought to you by our members. And I'm sometimes asked, why is the company, why is the community not involved in the appreciation fund? Well, the answer is quite simple. If the company were involved, then you, the team members, would be taxed differently. Specifically, we touch the money, we're involved in even collecting the money, it would become payroll. And payroll expense, we would have to deduct taxes accordingly, which payroll tax is more than 15%. Thanks, government. There are a few communities in the entire country that have members who do something like this. Really unique benefit. Our members are very generous each year, through the end of year appreciation fund. And by the way, the more members we have and the closer we are to our wildly important goal of 100% occupancy, the bigger those appreciation funds typically are. In fact, I was just looking at one of our communities where we've increased occupancy 6, 7, 8%. Interestingly enough, the appreciation fund is well over 20% greater this year. So again, really wanted to highlight the generosity of our members, that member appreciation fund, most of which our members distribute the money, those checks, those end of year bonuses here in the first couple weeks of the month. Truly a fabulous benefit brought to you by our members, our why, the reason why we exist, to serve them. So we thank them for showing appreciation for everything that we all do day in and day out.
Congratulations, Brandy. We're so proud of you and so proud to nominate you as our hero this month at the Lakes of Litchfield. You go above and beyond all the time, and you really, even though you're a part-time LEL, your presence is felt here full-time. You've been an integral part of bringing our outside outreach people community here to our care services and give them love and affection and surprises and entertainment. And today is no exception.
Brandy, congrats. You've been nothing but an overachiever since you started working here, going the extra mile for every single resident, leaving no resident underappreciated. Even on a bad day, you shine through and always wear a smile. Your genuine care and relationships you've built with these residents show with every interaction you have. You bring the residents such genuine joy, so much that when you aren't at work, they're asking where you are. And so am I. Any day that we get to work together is a good day.
Hi, I want to talk about Wayne Wyatt, our maintenance technician in skilled nursing and assisted living. Wayne's worked here about a year and a half. He's done a great job of solidifying that position. It was very critical that we hired somebody who was reliable, hardworking, and had attention to detail, and Wayne has done all those things since he's been an employee here at Homestead Hills. So I want to thank him for the great job he's done, and he's very deserving of being recognized on the WIG Report.
John always takes care of our members. Whatever their need may be, he comes up with a solution to solve their issues. This particular instance, the lady came back from having surgery. She needed grab bars installed and other things throughout her apartment. He periodically checked in throughout the 2-day period to make sure that she had what she needed and that she was comfortable, to make sure that she was living a well life.
Hi, I'm Jana, the Care Services Administrator here at Summit Hills. Talking today about Janiyah Wilkes. She is amazing. When I think of a CNA that can hit the ground running, have a smile on her face, answer any question that's brought to her, help anybody that's asking for help, She's the first one I'm going to think of. Janiyah has a go-to spirit. She's going to imagine it, and she's going to go to it. There's no stopping her. She literally is our hero.
So Janiyah started and immediately had such a big impact on not only our staff here, but the residents as well. Always comes to work with a smile on her face and truly exemplifies our guiding principles. She even had the opportunity to go along with us to a school outing, a school event at one of our local vocational schools, and had such a big impact on the students there and really motivated them to want to be in healthcare and how amazing it can be.
My name is Janiyah Wilkes and I work at Summit Hills. I love working here because they show compassion, they care, and if there's anything wrong, they're always there.
Thank you, heroes. We made great progress during another challenging year. A few more weeks left, of course. We wish you and your families a fantastic end to the year and a Merry Christmas. Let's have a strong and grateful finish to 2023.